So hey guys, this is Priya and I'm so excited to share my Lasik surgery journey with you guys. So stay with me because I would be sharing everything starting from pre-test to the day of surgery and the day after surgery. Also today how I am able to see. So stay with me and I will share you all the details. Okay. So first things first. The power of my eyes was -5 in one eye and -5.5 in the other eye. Now, I have had specs since I was 10 years old, and today, as of now, my age is 36. So, it's been almost 26 years of my life that I have been wearing specs and contact lenses. Occasionally, depending on what functions I have, if I have to go out with friends, that's when I used to wear contact lenses. But recently, I've come to know that lenses are not good at all for your eyes. So, I decided to go for this LASIK surgery. And how do I feel about it? I feel wonderful. I think it is one of the greatest and the best decision I've taken for myself. Okay, now I'll tell you everything. Let me share the hospital details with you. The hospital that I've chose, the one that I chose was Asian Eye Hospital. Now this is one of the top most eye hospital in Pune, and the reason I chose this hospital is because one of my colleague from office has also done an ICL treatment over here, and she recommended this doctor to me. So I thought, why not? If there's someone who has already taken a treatment over here and it's been successful and she's seeing wonderful, then why not go here? So this is the hospital I chose for. So I booked an appointment and I walked in on the day of appointment. Walked into the receptionist and she handed me a file of a LASIK treatment. Now that file had all the details of the doctor, like what is the doctor's name, his qualification, his education background, his experience, what kind of LASIK surgeries do they perform, and what are the precautions and after surgery things that you have to take care of. All the details were there in the file. So I went through the file and then I went for my eye test. So there were about 3 to 4 eye tests that I had to go through, and it checked my number. They checked my number. They checked if my eyes are compatible or not, if what is the thickness of my cornea, and all of those details. So once my eye test was over, I was sent to a consultation with the doctor. Okay, now this doctor told me that it's a good news, you are a compatible candidate for LASIK, you can go ahead for the surgery, and they recommended me a topo guide LASIK surgery. I did not have really many questions, so I was just consuming all of those thoughts and thinking, okay, fine, finally I'm going to get rid of specs and I need to be mentally prepared and all of those things. So I was thinking of all of that and I took all of that information and then I went home. Now, I had already decided that I am going to do this LASIK surgery. I informed my family that this is what I've decided to do, and they were very supportive. Now, 3 days before surgery, anxiety hits in very badly. I'm also a patient of BP. My BP's gone up, and I've got so many weird questions and thoughts coming in my mind that I couldn't get rid of. Finally, I decided to get another appointment with this doctor who's going to do my surgery. So the first doctor I met was a different doctor, and the other doctor and the second appointment that I took is of the surgeon who's going to do my surgery. Okay, so I took another appointment. I went to the doctor and I had bought a list of questions that I really needed answers to. Don't laugh, but the questions that I asked was like, am I going to be blind? What are the chances of my eyesight returning or my power returning back to minus? And what happens if I do LASIK today and say after 15-20 years I have a cataract and I have to go through that surgery? So all of those weird questions that comes to your mind, when you're thinking of surgery and some procedure, something that's always in your mind, some weird questions. So I asked all of those questions, and the doctor was really nice. He was really warm, and he answered all of those questions very calmly. He assured me it's not as complex as I am thinking of it to be. It's a simple surgery and it will hardly take 10 minutes. He also told me all the procedure, but still, because I had seen so many videos on YouTube, my mind was all worst things that's gonna happen. But he assured me and I was finally feeling a bit relieved. So then I decided, okay, fine, no matter what happens, now I'm going to do this surgery. Okay, now the day of surgery arrives. Now I was told to do my to have breakfast and have water before 7 a.m. because after that I'm not allowed to eat or drink. Now the reason why they told me this is because I was anxious and I told my doctor about it, and he said what we can do is we will arrange our IV drip for you so that we can give you medication in case you're feeling very anxious. Okay, so that's the reason they asked me to complete my breakfast before 7 a.m. and I'm not supposed to eat or drink anything. So I did that accordingly. My appointment was scheduled at 10 a.m. However, I was a little late to reach there. Because of that, my number had gone, and then my appointment was again booked at 1 p.m. So I've been hungry for so long. Okay, I'm scared, I'm nervous, and I'm waiting there for my number to come. Now I see other patients going in and coming out smiling with wearing this eye shield. Now in case if you're wondering what is this is the eye shield or eyeglasses that they have given me after surgery. Today is just the 5th day after surgery, so I have been wearing it constantly. Okay, so I've seen other patients coming out smiling and they are feeling all right. So I felt a little better. Finally, my time of surgery came. So I walked in all nervous. They made me sit down, and then they put eye drops in my eyes to numb the eyes before surgery. Then I was made to lay down on that top, and then all I had to do really was to follow doctor's instruction, and it was such a smooth procedure. I just listened to doctor's voice and he told me it's just going to be a procedure of 30 seconds. All you have to do is follow the green light, and wherever the light goes, just look at it. After a few seconds, the light is going to disappear. Do not worry about it. In few seconds, you'll be able to see. So all I did was just follow the instructions, and when it was time for me to not to see the green light, it was like he said it's going to be like in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds, the light is going to disappear, and it disappeared. And then there was just a white light in front of me for few seconds, again 2-3 seconds, and then I got my vision back. And then again the same thing happened when I had to follow the red light. So that was a laser thing that was happening, and I had to follow the red light wherever it went, and then after some time it's going to disappear. The same procedure, it happened on both eyes, and the procedure went for hardly 10 minutes and it was all over. So let me tell you, I did not feel any pain. I did not feel any pressure. I did not feel that scared, that anxious, that nervous that I was thinking of it to be. I was literally praying, oh God, please help me and save me. Just make sure that I do not lose my sight, because this is everything. So this is what I was praying for. And finally the surgery was over, and as soon as the nurse brought me out, I just lifted my head and I just saw something written on the wall, and I was able to see it, not very clearly, of course it was blurred, but it wasn't that blur. When I used to not wear specs and I used to try to see, I was not able to see that, but I was able to see that after my surgery. However, I did not put any pressure on my eyes. I just went with the flow. I went and sat down with my family, and then the nurse came and she put in some drops, again eye drops, in my eyes, and I was told to follow the instructions. Now I was sitting in a recovery room, and then a nurse came, explained me all of the eye drops that I had to put in, all the precautions that I had to take care of, and after that it was immediate release. So immediately I went home. So that was the day of surgery. Now that was the day of surgery. I'll tell you the precautions that they told me to follow. First of all, I do not have to remove this shield. Okay, the eye shield, the eye goggles, this will protect me from dust, from wind, from any kind of particles that really causes any kind of infection. So that is the reason I'm still wearing these glasses. Of course I can take it off anytime, but still I'm still wearing it because it's just 50. Secondly, they asked me to put in the drops as per the instructions. There are about 3 to 4 drops that they have given me, and I have to apply those drops 4 to 6 times in a day. These drops I have to continue using them for at least 6 months. Okay. Next, I do not have to do any hair wash, and the most annoying habit that I have, or most of the individuals have, is of rubbing the eyes. This eye shield really works because I have the habit of rubbing my eyes, so I don't have to do that. And even if I try doing it, this comes in between, and then I remember, oh, I don't have to touch my eyes. So this is one of it. Next, I don't have to go near gas for at least 3 days. I have to avoid any kind of screen, TV, mobile, or any other thing. And what else? I have to rest as much as possible. There are no restrictions on eating or drinking. I can have whatever I want, so that's good. If I have to travel, they have advised me to travel in cab and avoid any kind of window seat, so that dust and wind doesn't go in my eyes. That's just the general precautions that I have to follow. So that's something that you have to also do in case you decide to go for it. These are the precautions. Now I've been doing it. Now let's talk about the recovery. After the surgery, it takes about 3 days to completely recover. On the day of surgery, you are bound to feel dryness, numbness, burning sensation, a little bit of pain. All of these are bound to happen to you. For some of them, it does not happen, and I was the lucky one. I did not feel any of that. I did have a little burning sensation on the day of surgery, but it was for a very short while, for about 15 to 30 minutes, not more than that. And the next day was my follow-up with the doctor. So when I went to do a follow-up, he checked the healing and he said that the recovery is much faster than what we expected of you. Weren't you the woman? Was very scared and anxious of it? Well, yes, it was me. And how are you feeling now? Well, I'm feeling much better. I've never felt better. So doctor was happy. I was happy with the outcome, and that's what is needed. Now coming to the cost. So for my test, for all the eye tests that I did, the cost that I had to pay was 5,000. Okay. Now LASIK cost can differ depending on the kind of surgery that you're performing. The one I chose was topo guided LASIK surgery, and the cost for that was 65,000 rupees per eye. I know it's costly, it's expensive, but is it worth it? Absolutely worth it. Should you go for it? Absolutely yes, but with a big note that you have to take advice from your surgeon, because your surgeon knows the best. So he will advise you accordingly and follow the instructions. If you follow the instructions, 99% chances are nothing will go wrong and you will be able to recover in time. So that's very, very important. Okay. I have shared almost everything in my video, but if you feel the need to reach out to me, if you have any questions, reach out to me, drop your comments in the box, drop your comments and let me know how I can help you, how I can answer your questions. And if you like my video, just like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye everyone.